Hey, what's up to everybody out there? Welcome to another edition of the Roundtable Talk. I am your host, C Money, and in today's episode, we are heading out down south, back down south, in another hotspot in South Florida. We are here at the Falls Shopping Mall. This is located off of South Dixie Highway, which is also US 1, and 100 and Southwest 136th Street, which is also called Howard Drive. Now, this location, I can't tell you the proximity of the location, like the city. There are some that there is, if you Google the address or whatever, it tells you Miami, Florida, but then it says a shopping mall that's here in Kendall, Florida, and then we're also near Pinecrest and Perrine. So there isn't really a set city for this location, and this is the fresh market here. Now, this has been around for a good amount of time. It's been here since the 80s and 90s that I know of. So, and they've changed a lot since the last time I've been. I haven't been here in years. And what made me want to come, because I was like, okay, I want to do another video of a shopping mall of some that I haven't did. And most of the shopping malls here in South Florida I've already covered, except for this one. It's probably a few others that I really haven't covered as much, but we're going to get into that in the near future. But this is one. I put this in the category along with Bar Harbor Shops. I don't know if you've seen my hotspots in South Florida. I did a video of Bar Harbor Shops. This is a outside mall, meaning that when you go to the mall, you're basically walking around on the outside. It's not like an inside air conditioned area where you can actually go and intake the air. You're actually going to be walking around on the outside, and this is one of the entrances. Now, I did take public transportation down this way. Of course, like I said, Miami traffic is pretty. There are several restaurants here. You see there's a BJ's. If y'all don't know, BJ's is just not a warehouse. They also have a restaurant, which is a restaurant and a brew house. Well, I'm guessing they brew their own beer and stuff. And then you have a couple of things. This is the entrance I normally take when I come here. Now, as far as the shopping level, a lot of the stores that I've seen on their site is stores I would actually wouldn't mind shopping at. It's not like high-end stores like at Bar Harbor where you're spending more than $100 in each store. Here you could probably spend $20, $30, $40. Yeah. One of the places, this is supposed to be a place called Lifetime. I'm guessing this. So one of the places that we will be probably doing a second episode of, this is called Nick Taco, and also right here is Los Ranchos Steakhouse. They had one at the Bayside Marketplace, but they since closed. This is a nice little one. We might have to do a second video because we're going to be going inside of Arcade Time Entertainment. Oh yeah, this is a game room here, but for right now we're gonna go walk around the mall and see what all it has to offer. See, this mall I actually like this mall because the outside view and setting is nice. You have the little water area. This is called Time Box Escape. That's probably an escape zone or an escape room, how you would call it. A lot of these stores, they are high. There are some high-end stores that are here, but there are some stores that I do shop in that I'm like, okay, I can go in here and get me some stuff from out of here. Torrid. And a lot of these stores I've never heard of. Like Brooks Brothers, I've heard of them. Now, that is a high-end store. Established in 1818. That is a high-end store. But you do have, from what I've seen, there are some, not many, like Lucky Brand, that's not really a high-end store. And, I don't know what week it is now. The settings for these stores, this is a store that's closed, but they're advertising Macy's stuff. Magis on Reed. I don't know what that is. Uh, we have another entrance here, Nail Fever. We have a restaurant here. This is actually a nice restaurant. It sits right off the waterway. Another water location here with a little water geyser. You can probably, if you could, you can probably walk around this mall with like within 30 minutes or so. Give or take. This is called Box Lunch. I'm guessing it's, I want to say it looks like a clothing store. But with a name like Box Lunch, you would think that it will have to do something food that's boxed up, hip hop, the goo, which is a sunglass place, the Victoria's Secrets, which is, you know, a place I wouldn't shop at, but from a girl I probably would shop at, and stuff like that. So you also have, you know, Expresses over there, and Guess, and Sephora, and Pink, which is another brand of Victoria's Secrets, and Zales, the diamond store, and I guess this is the area where you get picked up on rideshare, and Zima, and I'm guessing this is the kids area. Yeah, this is the kiddie area where the kids can come and play a little bit and have a little fun. Oh, Bath and Body Works, one of my favorite stores. I do get some of my bath products from there. This is a pretty cool place. If you like to come out here, you know, just check this out. I mean, like I said, it is an outside location, so you know you're coming like it is sunny, so you will have to come out here, you know, endure the South Florida weather. There's a choo-choo train there if you want to get your kids on the choo-choo train rides. There's a lot of interesting stores. Churromania sits right there next to me. You have a lot of different places here, like here, another water area. We're gonna come here, we're gonna go down this way. Oh, there's a 7-Eleven over there. You probably can see it, but I can see it. But this is Lululemon. I've heard of them, but I've never, you know, probably, you know, I've never really shopped there, but I've heard of them. You have Coach, you have Tuas, whatever that is, Mango, whatever that is. There's a lot of high-end stores, but not so much high-end stores here. You know, Bath and Body Works. I do have the Bath and Body Works app, so you know I do get, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, stuff like that. And see stores this way: Abercrombie and Finch, Hollister, Aristotle, PacSun, PF Change, Build-A-Bear. There's a lot here to do. You know, like I said, there's entertainment. There's also a movie theater here. I believe we passed the movie theater, if I'm not mistaken, but we're gonna try to go back around and wrap around, because once I go down this way, I'm gonna turn around and go back the other way, walking down that side. If you're in the Kendall area or in the Perrine or Pinecrest area, this is one of the places you will go to. There are several malls to shop down south. You know, we're about maybe 10-minute drive, maybe 15, depending, from the Dadeland Mall, or the Dadeland area, I should say, like from, you know, the Dadeland South Metro Rail Station, the Dadeland Mall, and then the Dadeland area, you know. And we're probably about 10-15 minutes away as well from the Southland Mall, which I did a video back a while back, you know. So this is the Slime Factory. I don't know what that is. We're gonna go over there and at the one Daily Thread, you know, Avis and Budget rental car, which is interesting. PacSun. We're coming towards the end of this side of the mall, so I believe the movie theater is that way, because they do have a movie theater here, Claire's. Because this is Macy's right here, and I remember when you come to the end, you're coming towards Macy's, which is the end of the, which is towards the end of side of the mall. And this is cute with the fishies and stuff. So now we're gonna turn around. I'm guessing this is PM Chang's right there. Let's come over here. This is Pear Pitos. Oh, Macy's Cafe, which is featuring Starbucks, is over there. We have a nail spa here, another coffee shop. It's a lot of stuff. Soda pop and candy shop. Oh, nice candy shop. AT&T. Yeah, you have a lot of nice things to do here. Like a lot of places to shop. There are nice little restaurants and stuff like here. I rarely come down. Excuse me, y'all. I rarely come down here. But when I do come down here, I like to go to places like this because when you go shopping, there are a few things you want to know about shopping that should intrigue you. The outlook of the mall, meaning that how is the mall setting? In this setting, you have waterfalls and little lakes and ponds and stuff. So the slime factory, I'm guessing this is something to do with slime. So I'm guessing this has to do with slime. Hollister, California. But like I said, you want something that is, the setting or the outlook of the mall is kind of, Hot Topics, one of my favorite stores. I love going in Hot Topics. That's one of my favorite stores. Like I said, you want to go into a place where, they have a nice outlook, they have a nice design, It's not the rugged down mall that looked like it was built in the 1970s and 80s, It's like, even though this was here since the 90s, and they have changed so many times, the outlook basically has been the same. JD clothing store, because a lot of this, like this, you see, you have nice little, the next time you kiss me, do it in Italy, I'm guessing. Susha, which is, I don't know what it is. Hey, a lot to take in. This is a lot to take in. We're here. We're gonna go back over here. So it'll take you roughly 30 minutes to walk around. Here we are already here at 12 minutes. No. So we didn't. So we actually did. This is a pizzeria restaurant here, which I'm a fan of Italian foods. I might ended up coming here. Let's see. Lasagna. Oh, this is not bad. Homemade meatballs, eggplant, pesto. I might end up coming here. This is something. And of course, this is the Regal Cinemas. Regal Cinemas is one of the very few movie theaters here in South Florida, because as AMC, and there's a lot of, and how many cinemas is this? It doesn't say, but I am a fan of Regal Cinemas as well. But a lot of the movie theaters are being bought out by high end. They're either Regal Cinemas or the AMC, or the other one I know is Cinemark, which is another movie theater. But a lot of them are being rebranded to name brand. Back then we used to have, that's the choo-choo train. Back then we used to have, Mecco. We used to have a lot of other movie theaters. I'll come up with the names later on down the line. But yeah, and it is now, thing. And the movie theaters wasn't always here. That was only built years ago, maybe like 10 years ago, probably. I know the movie theater wasn't always here, because a lot of these malls, when they got built, they didn't have movie theaters. Like Aventura Mall, I did a video recently of them. They didn't have a movie theater. They recently got a movie theater, maybe like 10, 20 years ago. 163rd Street Mall, I did a video on them. They had a movie theater, but the movie theater was taken away, and I believe it got rebranded into a Home Depot, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot of these places, they either had movie theaters and they got taken out, or it was movie theaters where, a lot of these places either they got taken out, the movie theaters, or they, added a movie theater because of the popularity of these places. This is a Apple store. This is one of the few Apple stores, I'm sorry, that I've seen that has not been busy and that looks not crowded, because a lot of these Apple stores, when you go into them, they are crowded. Like, you come out here and they'll be like, oh my God, like they are crowded. This is Liz, one of my favorite hat stores. I like to come and get sometimes my hat from here, because I am if you don't know, I'm a big Miami Heat fan. Go Miami Heat. The Couture Closet, Miami, whatever that is. There's a lot of stores. There are some stores that I know, and there are some stores I don't know that, you like, okay, I know of this store, Love Sack. I don't know that. It's probably a Love Seat store. Yancey Spark Candles and Scents, of course. And you have, but my thing is with that, you got a lot of these places that, Lucky Brand, that are not really high end, and it makes you feel like laser away. I'm guessing that's a laser. So a lot of these places where you say, oh, okay, I can shop here, it's decent prices and stuff. Not saying that, you just want to go to places where that's not going to break the bank or break your pockets and stuff like that. Torrid, as we've seen that. Bamboo, Brazil, a lot of these places. So we are at 17 minutes into the show, and like I said, it won't take you, it'll probably take you less than 30 minutes to go around this actual store, actual mall. Why am I saying mall? But I call it a shopping mall. You can call it a shopping center, you can call it an outdoor shopping place. It is a shopping mall because it is a mall, but it just, to me, it has the ambiance of course, it has the ambiance of, like I said, the Bar Harbor shops. This is arcade time. We're gonna do a second video of arcade time, because we're gonna go and go to arcade time, and we're gonna go inside there. But we're gonna do a second video there, because I want to get overhaul view of this area. This is Lynn's Crafters, the eyewear place. This is Metropolis. I've seen them online. I've seen advertisements of them. Metropolis the Fall. This is like a comic book and card store where you can, or like something like an anime store where you can buy like anime products and like heads and stuff like that. So this is one of them. And wait a minute, I didn't know there was a water park here. Hold up, Lifescape. Wait a minute, what is this? Now, I don't know what that is, but apparently that looks like I'm sorry if you saw what I saw. That's like a pool and a slide. Oh, wait a minute now. We gotta make a little, let's see. Because I don't know what this is and what that is. So now, we gotta make our way. I'm just as shocked as you, because I didn't see all of this. When I looked online, I was looking up places and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is the Naked Taco. It's a nice little taco place. This is where we came in at. But apparently I need to get an understanding of what is over there. Now, this is also next to the Miami-Dade Transit Way, which is formerly known as the busway, which is um, predominantly a street where buses, a lane for buses to travel on from Dayton South Metro Rail Station up to the northern end of the southern South Dade Way, all the way to the south end of Homestead and to Homestead. So I'm guessing this is what this is. So now this is the fresh market. This is, I believe, where I started from. So this is called Lifetime. Don't know what this is all about. Gonna find out. We're gonna come out this way and we're gonna see what this is all about. Maybe it's gonna give us an understanding of, I think it's part of Lifetime, but Lifetime, I believe, is like maybe a fitness club or something like that, where it looks like like it's a fitness club or something. So I'm guessing that's what it is. So yeah, this is kind of like a fitness club and everything. So we're not really gonna go and explore too much, because it's kind of like a fitness club. If you've ever been to whatever this Lifetime is, just let me know. Comment at the bottom. We're on the other side, so if you've ever been there, just comment. Don't just let me know anything. But we're not gonna go in further into it, because I'll be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. But I'll Google it like afterwards and Google it later on down the line to see what it's all about, and be like, oh, okay. And you can Google it yourself. Lifetime, it's probably look like a health center or like a gym, because I've just seen several people, including the man that just walked past me, that had a gym bag and stuff like that. So it's probably one of them, and they have a pool deck area and all that. But this is the first gym that I've seen that actually has something like this. So this is actually kind of interesting to me to see that if this is a gym, this is an interesting gym, because they have a life spa that says right here, and they have a lot of this stuff but I'm actually Google it, but I'm actually see what it is, so I know exactly like what it is, and maybe in like another episode or so I'll explain it to you. But right now I just want to be more focused on the main part of this, which is the shopping mall, which is more my concern. But this is it. This is the mall. They have a life cafe too. So it's a lot behind it. This mall has changed within the years. Like, it's probably been maybe 5-10 plus years since I've been out here. So it's actually giving me some vibes of, I've seen a lot change. I've seen a lot of places that have came and gone out of this place. A lot of places have closed. A lot of places have opened up. Been out here for a few years left. I can't remember the last time I was here, but I can honestly tell you that this place have changed. Outlook of it is nice. Oh, it's the Athletic Country Club. Okay, that might be it. Class and programs, luxury spa and amenities. Okay, so this like something like a country club or something like at a mall, and that's surprising to me. But okay, so now I'm guessing we are at the end of our show. I was debating on if I was going to do the actual arcade time inside of this episode, but I say, depending on how long it takes me to walk around this mall, I say I might just do a separate episode, which technically I am going to do, because we are, already close to the end. uh, these episodes. I just said, okay, I'll just end up, doing, you know, a separate episode because, we want to walk around the place and see what amenities they have and everything like that. I've never been inside there, so I would never know. I don't know what is exactly in there. I don't know what they have. I don't know what they offer and stuff like that. So it would be like something, interesting for me to go. They even have charging stations here, even though I have, my portable chargers. But it's good to know that if you can get your stuff charged up for free without using your own stuff, go out ahead and do it. So we're gonna stop right here and we're gonna do it because I think this is the main corridor of the area. So we're gonna stop right here and we're going to just go from there. But okay, this is it. This is the Falls Shopping Center, Falls Shopping Mall here in the Miami, Kendall, Pinecrest, and Perrine area. If you've ever been to this mall and want to share your experience with us, you can comment at the bottom of this page. You can also email us roundtable00@yahoo.com. And also, if you want to experience this place, you can come on out. It's on the corner of South Dixie Highway, which is also US 1, and Howard Drive, which is Southwest 136th Street. There are several bus routes that will take you to this location, and there's 10 minutes away from the Dateland area. I want to say 10 to 15 minutes away from the Cutler Bay area. And of course, has a great restaurants and great, shops and great, things to do while you're shopping. The kids can be in there playing with the arcade and video games, and then you can go to a nice little restaurant. Now, the one thing I don't see is a family-friendly restaurant. Now, I'm guessing in arcade time, you can actually eat there, because I see that it does say eat, drink, and play, where you can it's probably something equivalent to Dave and Buster's. But at the same time, if you don't want to eat, because they probably sell like pizza and hot dogs and burgers and stuff like that. They don't sell they sell those foods that kids can eat, But if you want to go to authentic, it says True Food Kitchen right there. So if you want to go to some authentic, they have several restaurants here. But I don't see like something like family-friendly restaurants, But a lot of these restaurants here are like high-end restaurants. But if you want to come out and check it out, I would suggest come check it out. And I thank you for watching this episode, and I thank you for tuning in. We are here at the Falls Shopping Mall. And in reality, it's called the Falls Shopping Center, but I like to call it the Falls Shopping Mall here in the Miami, Kendall, Southwest area. Thank you for watching this. Comment at the bottom of this page. You can also email me, roundtable00@yahoo.com. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, stay hydrated. I will see you in a few minutes because it is now time to go inside arcade time and have some fun playing video games. This is the Roundtable Talk. I'm your host, T Money. See you in a little bit.